Tanos' crusade against Talia. Talia had once again turned Tanos against her and aroused his holy fury. An epic battle was about to begin. Tanos and his foster daughter Talia once again faced each other in a merciless battle. Tanos had rounded up the last of his allies to resolve the battle once and for all.
Father, do you really want to go that far? Talia may have lost her way, but in the end, surely we can still talk to her and come to an agreement.
Son, I am impressed with how much you still believe in the good in your stepsister. But the time for talking is over. Talia was able to get me once through my goodness. That won't happen to me a second time. The Gauntlet of Finitude gives us a chance to beat Talia. Rise, men! It is time once again to enter the service of good and incinerate evil once and for all in the purifying fire of the light.
Tanos used the Gauntlet's power to revive the heroes once again and call them back from death. They rose from their graves and marched towards the dungeon as Tanos commanded.
Onward, you noble warriors! Receive the blessing of the blazing flame and bring doom upon my foster daughter!
As if a few old heroes from the last century would still have anything to say about that. The traps are trained and the creatures polished. Or the other way round. Whatever. Time to die, old man.
The insidious evil's traps performed admirably. It was certainly an excellent idea to increase their number. Tanos was protected by the Gauntlet of Finitude's power, but Talia knew that its power was limited.
Then we have no choice but to wait until Tanos runs out of juice before we can take care of him. But then, at least I have time to choose a beautiful new spear to stick his head on this time.
Men, evil marches under the sun as we speak. Blasphemy! Forward! Throw that garbage back where it came from!
Enraged by the resurging evil, Tanos set his troops in motion. An increase in attacks was inevitable from this point on. Man-of-wars have been discovered in your dungeon. Enemies are in the dungeon. Unscrupulous evil had slain a hero in the dungeon, as so many times before, by the way. But now, it was contemplating whether it might be time to build an ice tomb. There, dead heroes could be brought back to join the prowling evil side as wafting ghost heroes.
That would be something. Then we more or less make the heroes fight for us. All right, you little snots, build an ice tomb. Erect a hero's grave and drag those mutilated hero corpses over here pronto!
A combat-heavy patrol walked the graveyards here to keep an eye out for grave robbers.
They're right on the money with Tanos and my dim-wit stepbrother then. But of course, they don't get questioned. I do. It's probably because I'm a dark elf. Damn racists.
And the general of the Absolute Evil's Army of the Dark.
Yeah, well, that too.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
My friends, it is time to visit one of these graveyards.
Tanos and his fanatical followers, along with Tristan, set out to jump through a portal to one of the graveyards. It would be exciting to see what they would do there.
Probably pick themselves out a couple of nice graves and coffins. Come on, creatures. Let's reduce them to mush. Let's pound them into dust. Let's cover them in vinegar because it burns.
This looks like the perfect spot. Son, this is where we will find more good, strong fighters for our cause.
In a graveyard? Father, I am not sure if this is really the right way for the light.
Naturally, son. Just trust me. I have the Gauntlet of Finitude and the Goddess's support. Bringing a few noble warriors back briefly from the realm of the dead for a good cause is in no way reprehensible.
And so Tanos sent resurrected heroes marching towards the warding evil. Your enemies are in the dungeon.
Is that all you got, Daddy? Your pathetic heroes can't even come close to beating me.
It's payday.
The wood-smashing evil had destroyed the first coffin, putting a bit of a stop to Tanos's crazy plan.
And bang! That's how it's done. So, Tanos, foster daddy, guess that makes you look pretty silly, Forward, creatures. Grab the nearest coffin, chop it up, and use it as a litter box.
The merciless evil had destroyed all the coffins in a graveyard. Tanos would no longer be able to use them.
That's exactly the way it's supposed to work. Well, somehow it's a little weird that we, the evil, are now destroying graveyards so that Tanos, the good, can't use the corpses there.
Still, it's essential in helping to define Tanos's character, so that the person in front of the screen also understands that he's a rotten person and deserves every ounce of the beating we give him.
The person in front of the screen is playing dungeons and is torturing, looting, and pillaging their way through the 11th mission with me. I don't think that Tanos's character traits need to be defined any further.
Good. You have a point there. That's true.
Father, it somehow feels wrong to tear these noble warriors from their graves. They fought their battles for good decades ago.
Ha! But you resurrected me too, son. I don't see anything wrong with it. Warriors of good, I call you. Rise up, you guardians of light. Welcome back, you heroes of ages past. Receive the blessing of the sacred fire. Forward! Destroy evil once and for all!
The undead evil now had an ice tomb complete with a fancy hero's grave at its disposal. All that was needed now was the corpse of a hero for the process to be set in motion. The grandiose evil had vanquished another wave of Tanos' heroes.
It's payday.
My portal will soon be ready, my friends. Remain vigilant and let us do good. The time has come. I will bring back more heroes from the grave.
More coffins were destroyed by the lumberjack evil's creatures.
Hey, son. There seems to be a small snag with the gauntlet. I was trying to resurrect a lot more heroes.
I'm afraid its power is used up, Father. Perhaps it will recharge over time.
Huh? That is heresy! How am I supposed to do the work of the goddess and the purifying flame like this? One of you is an unbeliever. Confess!
In his rage, Tanos struck one of the heroes, an amazingly evil act that earned him, well, evilness. Interestingly enough, this seemed to charge the Gauntlet of Finitude.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have missed that detail if that narrator hadn't mentioned it. Excellent. Here, you brave warriors! Receive the blessings of the goddess and the light!
Now Tanos is going completely nuts again. And just for the record, I killed the freaking goddess of light!
receive the blessing of the sacred flame, and prepare to destroy evil. And should you not succeed, know that I can summon more heroes from their graves at any time.
Payday. Your enemies are in the dungeon. A gold vein is almost exhausted. The Calling Heroes from the Grave Evil had summoned its first ghost hero, gazed with satisfaction at the newest addition to its army of evil. Talia had defeated a wave of Tanos' heroes. Your little snots have dug into a spider nest. You've dug into a spider room.
Father, it somehow feels wrong to tear these noble warriors from their graves. They fought their battles for good decades ago.
Ha! But you resurrected me too, son. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Father, what are you doing? You just accidentally knocked this man to the ground.
I'm doing excellently, son. Don't worry. I'm sure he was a heretic. So in fact, all I did was purify a poor lost soul. But I'm fine. Look, I can pull out trees and crush rocks, just like this one.
Tanos indeed seemed massively strengthened by the Gauntlet of Finitude and crushed the rock before him. This had blocked the way to a village, which was now accessible.
Away with you, you grave robbers! Leave our bawdy parties in peace!
You dare to oppose the Holy Light on its mission? May the Goddess of Light embrace you!
Father, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? You're killing innocent people here.
Don't worry, son. I have this under control. This pathetic lot can't fight, and at best are prey for your depraved sister. I merely did them a favor. We can make good use of their strength in the fight against evil. After all, I can just resurrect them later.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Follow me, you brave champions of good. Receive the goddess's blessings.
How many times do I have to say, I already killed that goddess? Hello? Are you even listening to me?
Into battle! Destroy my foster daughter and her wicked work! For the light!
The dungeon heart is being attacked. Enemies are in the dungeon. One of your creatures is furious and is on strike. The grandiose evil had vanquished another wave of Tanos' heroes. Payday.
One of your creatures is furious and is on strike.
You've dug into a spider room.
Don't worry, son. We will win this battle, and good shall prevail. Maybe later, we can even resurrect Talia and try to convert her to the good. Would you like that?
I think so, Father. I hope you know what you're doing.
Of course, son. Let me just quickly resurrect a few heroes here. Arise, you who have fallen! Arise, brave warriors. Fight with me on the side of the light and the sacred flame. Receive the blessing of good. Forward. May the blessed fire destroy our enemies.
The merciless evil's armies rushed into battle with the Colossus to earn some magnificent evilness. Ding dong! It's payday.
Your throne room is under attack.
The Colossus breathed its last. This earned the cruel evil quite a bit of evilness. Your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein.
Defend the dungeon heart.
Is that all you got, Daddy? Your pathetic heroes can't even come close to beating me.
Once again, the gravedigger job killing evil had destroyed a few coffins.
Be vigilant, my friends, for evil never sleeps. My portal will soon be ready. Time to revive more heroes with the Gauntlet of Finitude.
Father! Are you sure that this is the path the goddess would take?
No, because I've slain that goddess. Hello? Don't just ignore me here.
Son, of course. I am the supreme representative of the goddess here. And I am convinced that she would agree with our actions. Rise, you heroes, from your graves, and fight by my side against the evil in the world.
Payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Talia had defeated a wave of Tanos' heroes.